Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can probably see from the title, this video is pretty much just me having a chat about how to grow your social media, how I grew my social media. Most of you guys watching this probably follow me on Instagram. It's been a gradual kind of build over the years, and I'm going to go through that a bit, and also kind of let you guys know, males in particular obviously don't know too much about the female aspects of things, but yeah, for you young dudes maybe wanting to grow your social media, how to go about working with brands. I've managed to kind of work with some pretty good brands over the years, and I've got some pretty big deals coming up as well. So yeah, this video, if it helps you out, please like, drop a comment, and if you're not subscribed already, go subscribe. Yeah, first I might actually just give you a breakdown of kind of how my social media got to where it was. When I just left school, Instagram was kind of just starting to take off, and well, it was kind of only just came about kind of when I left school in like 2012. So I made Instagram in year 12, I'm pretty sure, so it was 2012, and I was just posting like regular stuff like everyone. Over the years, kind of, I noticed that my stuff started elevating a little bit more. I enjoyed just really posting about everyday life and what I was doing, so that's pretty much what I did. Whatever I was up to, I'd post photos and stuff like that. And Instagram was at like a weird stage where like whenever you posted a photo, if it got a lot of likes really quickly, then it would go really crazy. Whereas now, which I'll break down as well, it's a lot different, Instagram and kind of how you grow it these days. It comes down to more so how many people save your stuff rather than how many likes and comments you get. So we'll go into all that, but yeah, it was a gradual build over the years, and I just pretty much stay consistent. That's the biggest thing. Post nowadays, obviously post like nearly once a day at least, or I never really have 2 days off posting. Stories is every single day, and it's like a job for me now, and it's also something that I really enjoy, so it's like a win-win. But that's one of the main things, is staying consistent with it and trial and error and stuff. But yeah, I went through the years just kind of posting what I wanted, and then it just grew. People obviously liked what I was about and enjoyed watching what I was doing with my life, and it just kind of kept on growing and growing. This year, it's grown even further. I think it's grown by about 30 to 40,000 this year, followers. This is on Instagram in particular. I do have TikTok as well, which has like 30k followers, but I just don't use it anymore. I kind of used it back just before COVID and during COVID. I was using it a little bit, kind of popped off, but I just don't have much of a passion for it. I'm more of an Instagram guy, so I should probably get back into it, but I just haven't managed to get my head around it. And yeah, kind of, I don't scroll on TikTok much, so I don't really know what's going on in there, what's trending and stuff, so I'd probably have to do that if I wanted to get back on the TikTok. But yeah, let's go through all this. So like I was saying, I'll talk more about how I do all this stuff as well as I go through these, but the number one thing I've just put down, the first dot point, is pretty much consistency. So like, a lot of people will want to grow their social media. They'll go a few weeks, a few months where they'll really like be posting maybe every day and really putting some effort into it, and then they might not see a little like as much growth as they would want. So like, it does happen where those people, they kind of just drop off and they're like, oh, it's like it's not for me, or stuff's not popping off as much as I thought it would, and then they just stop doing it. Like, this stuff takes years. Like, you might post 1,000 posts, and you might have just one that goes viral, and it can be seen by like 20 million people. So stay consistent, it pays off. And yeah, like I said, it's yeah, you just got to keep going. Like, it does get disheartening sometimes when your stuff doesn't do well, but yeah, you just got to keep going if you want to grow. So next up, we got quality content. Now, after obviously a while, you'll be able to do more quality stuff, when you work with more brands, you're getting paid and stuff like that, then you got more money to kind of play with, like to pay people to take quality content. But I've obviously got this good camera now as well, so I can do a lot of content myself, which is great. But you don't have to go out and buy a crazy camera from the start. iPhones have amazing cameras, and yeah, over the years that's all I've pretty much used. I've only recently got this camera, so yeah, iPhone stuff is fine. But when you talk about quality content, sometimes it's just like thinking about how something presents itself, like not just throwing a photo up just because a brand's paid you or something like that. Maybe looking more into it and being like, oh, I want this to really be quality. But in saying that, there can also be a bad side to that as well, because some people, they're such perfectionists that they get all this content, photos banked up, and it never makes it to Instagram because they think it's not good enough. So you really have to be, that goes hand in hand with consistency. If you're only posting once a week because you only feel like that one time is what Instagram deserves, then you're not given enough opportunity to really for that trial and error, because you're just going to have to trial and error everything. And yeah, that comes with quality and sometimes not as good quality, but as long as you're happy putting it out there, then that's all that matters. And yeah, trial and error, you just got to give it a try. Next up, I've got like find your niche. So like for me, obviously fitness is my thing, but there is a niche for everything on Instagram. So Instagram's biggest thing at the moment is saves. If your post gets 1,000 saves on it, that's got more chances of going crazy. So what saves comes with, it's like providing value. For me, fitness. So what do I have to do to get those saves? Or what's a good way to get saves? Workouts, what I eat in a day, just outfits, inspiration, like that's what, like it all comes down to saves. Now find your niche. There's a niche for literally everything. Like your niche might be how to tie shoelaces, and people might want that information. So it's like, well, not that in particular, but it's like there's just a million different things. Like find it is that you're passionate about, and that's going to be your niche. And you can obviously branch off a little bit. Like I do fitness, I also like doing fashion stuff as well, but my primary thing is fitness. So find your niche and just go hard at it. And yeah, if you're confident in what you're doing and you enjoy it, then it's just a win-win. It's just gonna come easy, and you're gonna enjoy it while you're doing it. Next up, I've got a dot point, like post continuously for experiment, which is pretty much like comes that same as consistency. Keep posting to find out what people want to see. You're never going to know if someone's going to like something or someone's going to save something if you just don't try it. I went through stages with the workout videos where the ones at the start did horrible, like compared to photos and stuff, but trial and error, and eventually got to the point where they're getting thousands of saves and people are really loving them. And sometimes it's making them more simple rather than trying to make them longer and more complicated. It's like making the workouts so it's only a short few second clip, because another thing, people attention span isn't that long. So especially with reels, it's like when you post something, sometimes the best stuff is just short and sweet. Get to the point, show the audience what you're trying to bring to the table, and try to get those saves. Another thing I've got, be organic and act natural. So that's another thing when you start working with brands. Like you may see people promoting something, and if they haven't done it much before, or they're just not very natural and truthful with what they're doing. A big thing is me with trying to like work with brands that I'm speaking from the heart. Everything that I'm saying is 100% the truth. Like, because I've got offered stuff from brands and they're absolute crap, or they're just like, that just doesn't align with me. So it's like, it's so much harder to kind of promote something. And to be honest, I don't like doing it, and I don't do it very often, is kind of promote something. that I don't want to, because it's like that's what comes down to, like being natural and being organic. I love being able to promote a brand where I genuinely love the product and I can just express it straight from the heart. I don't have to record a million different times the story or something that I'm about to upload, because it's coming from the heart. And you guys would have seen someone before when they're speaking and they just sound like they're just trying to sell something, and they don't sound organic or natural at all. So if you do get to the stage where you start working with a brand, even if it's just like early on, just be as natural. Just, it all takes time as well. So that's all I've got to say to that. Be straightforward and honest. That's with everything on Instagram. Don't be a fake person or anything like that. People love honesty. People love, just people that are straightforward. The worst thing you could do possibly on Instagram is be someone that you're not and portray someone that you're not, because you're eventually going to get found out in real life. And I feel like that's something that I've always been good with. I've always been myself on Instagram. I've never been worried about expressing my thoughts or who I am. And yeah, when you do that, you got nothing to worry about. Like, if people hate the way I view something, then so be it. The people that you won't lose any followers being yourself that are worth having anyway. So if you're just being yourself on your Instagram and you lose 10 followers, they weren't proper like followers anyway. They were just people that were watching what you're doing. So yeah, just be yourself. Now, when you're looking at working with like brands, clothing brands, so you guys might be like young dudes kind of seeing that I do work with some brands from overseas and stuff like that. And at the start, they'll send you stuff and then you'll eventually get paid and stuff. But I want to break down kind of how that all happens and how you can go about doing that. Now, a brand won't just approach you out of the blue and just be like, oh, we want you to model all our clothes. Like, it just doesn't happen like that. Unless you're a proper model signed to an agency, that's a little bit different. But for my personal experience, it all started like 5-6 years ago. I used to just buy clothes from certain brands, and if I liked the outfit that I was wearing, I'd take a photo and I'd put a photo up on Instagram. So then I'd tag the brand, and if I really like the photos, I'd send it to them and say, oh, look, I got some photos in your clothes. Do you mind like resharing it on your story or something like that? And then eventually, like, I did photo shoots with people, and then if you got an extra outfit, maybe you quickly get a photo from the photographer in that outfit and stuff like that. And it's just a matter of trying to communicate with the brand that you brought that stuff from, and then just see if they kind of like the content. Because like, how can you expect a brand to want to work with you if they look at your Instagram and they cannot see you wearing like any kind of outfit similar to theirs? Like, it just doesn't happen like that. So yeah, one of my tips and what I did early on is pretty much like buy outfits that I liked, post photos on Instagram, tag the brand, and just have a chat to them. Say, oh, do you like this? And they might even like that outfit and photo that you've taken so much that they just say, oh yeah, if you want to get like more, if you can get us more photos, just send us your email and details and we'll send you some clothes out. So that's another one. Yeah, be patient. So again, back to consistency, trial and error, and what I said at the start, like, you might post 20 times in a space of a few weeks and they might all go like pretty average, but then you get one kind of pops off, and then that kind of gives you a bit of an idea. I was like, oh, maybe I should do like more of that kind of stuff. Like, but you got to be patient to get there. You can't just expect to just do one post and then blow up. Just doesn't happen like that. Don't get down if your posts don't do well. Like, it happens to everyone. I've seen people before like delete stuff when it does like real bad and stuff like that. I've done it occasionally in the past, a long time ago. But yeah, it does. Don't get too get down on yourself. Like, when you are posting a lot, it's going to happen where some stuff just doesn't pop off as well as you thought. And it might be the best photo that you've ever thought. Like, a lot of the professional ones with good photographers, like, they look amazing to me. I'm so keen to post it, and then just doesn't do well at all. So don't get too down on yourself. It does happen. Early on, like, you may have to pay for a few shoots if you're like genuinely interested in. When I used to do like bodybuilding shows or the fitness modeling and stuff, I'd pay for shoots around that comp time because I'd be real lean and stuff like that. And yeah, if I had a few outfits and stuff like that, I'd put those together. And yeah, so early on, you may have to pay for shoots. It's just how it is. But sometimes it really comes around in the long run, and yeah, you end up working with a heap of brands. So if you got faith in yourself, if you think you got a good look and stuff like that, and you want to showcase what you can do, you might have to just get your own outfits together, get a photographer, go to some cool locations, get those photos, start uploading them all, tagging those brands and stuff, and they, like I said, they might come across and just say, oh, look, we love these images. Would be keen for you to do some more. We'll pay you, or we'll send you some more products. So that's how that works. All right, now with like jumping on trends and stuff like that. So Instagram's at a place at the moment where it's really crazy. So like you probably scroll through, you can see people that have like 100,000 likes on a photo and they get like 20,000 followers. Like Instagram is at a crazy time right now where certain stuff can really go viral, and what you have to do is kind of study the game, and especially with Reels, you have to really be watching what everyone's doing, trending sounds, kind of trending videos and all that type of stuff. Study Reels, study TikTok, any social media that you're doing, you really have to be on it a fair bit. Like I sit on my phone so much, I really do feel like I'm wasting time sometimes, but I really do kind of sit there and study what like a lot of people are doing, and yeah, you can jump on trends. And if you got faith in yourself to be able to do a trend like better than someone else, like, and you want to give it your own shot, then man, give it a shot. And trust me, some of this stuff goes crazy. I literally had a video recently, had like 50,000 likes and like 1.7 million views or something like that, and it was something so basic, but it was just like a little trending video. So yeah, study the social media app that you're looking to grow, and kind of trial and error. Explore different platforms. Like for me, I've only just got into YouTube. Instagram's like at a pretty good place right now. TikTok's kind of, I don't go on it much, but I will just say, if possible, get onto as many social media platforms as you can. I wish I got into YouTube earlier, but I haven't managed to. But yeah, that's all I can say is venture out, do as many as you can, because they all kind of come into effect with each other after a while. And if you get more followers on one, you end up getting more followers on the other one, and vice versa. So yeah, that's pretty much it that I've got on my dot points here, guys. Short little quick video. I'll probably talk a lot of talking on here, but hopefully some of you guys got some valuable information. If there's anything that I didn't really get to that you guys want to ask me, leave a comment and I'll reply to every single comment that's there. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you've stuck around, even if you've watched like a little bit of it, I appreciate you. Like I said, go like, drop a comment and subscribe if you're not already. See you later.